Morning, Pastor Steve here, Ecclesiastes 5, 4, and 5. Continuing yesterday's thoughts, but in context as they should be. When you vow a vow to God, do not defer to pay it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Kind of following up on yesterday's thought, really understanding that the rash words were vows to God. We see the folly of making deals with God or promising God things that you don't even intend to do. Kind of chuckle at this example of it, but a dear friend of mine who was new in the faith was hunting with me on a beautiful little plot of land near my house. He had shot at and hit a deer and it ran off. And he usually dropped them right on the spot. Well, we looked for it and followed the blood trail for a long time. And then he said this, God, if you let me get this deer, I'll quit smoking. Don't make a deal with God if you don't intend to keep it. We found the deer, but he didn't quit. You know what? We hunted that land for several years after that, and even though he could see deer, and by the way, he was a crack shot, he never missed, he could not even come close to hitting one. He looked at me finally and said, I guess God was serious about me making that promise, huh? I'm not sure how that all shakes out. But he finally did quit, and lo and behold, the next year he got a nice deer. Maybe two. Now all we had to do was work on his poaching, but that's another story. See, it's easy when the night's dark to make promises to God if he gets you out of a situation. But do not make a deal if you cannot complete the transaction. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.